I'm Brian Hendricks, and I've got a freshly washed and repaired skin here, red fox, that we're going to put the form in. It's been washed in Dawn dish detergent. It's the Dawn Ultra. Cleans 2 times more greasy fox skins. I guess it says dishes on there. But anyway, that's the stuff. Don't use the stuff that has the bleach in it. But Dawn is great for washing this stuff. And I usually do this particular skin 3 washes with it. You go until the water isn't dirty anymore. So you're always going to do at least 2, it seems like. Okay, I'm getting ready to put this in there, put the form into the skin. I've taken some little balls of clay and I stick those on the ends of the wire just so they're not poking into the skin and grabbing the skin as I'm trying to fish it into there. Anyway, this is a dorsal skinned fox, so this is about the easiest, one of the easiest forms you can actually put the skin onto because everything's kind of lined up. Real easy to put it through. The tail's going to go right through there. Now I'm going to slide this back leg. I'm going to slide it in there first because I'm going to need to get the skin up far enough to where I can reach that one there. And I've already done a test skin, so I know it fits, or I mean a test fit. I always do at least 1 test fit on everything before I ever put the skin on for the final time. And my test fits I do after it's tanned, but before I wash it and everything. So once I wash it, I try to keep it as clean as possible. I've got a clean towel down on my bench here, and that serves 2 purposes. It helps keep the fur all nice and clean during the mounting process, and it also starts wicking moisture out of the fur. So I washed this thing and then I spun it out, and I got an old washing machine in the shop there, and I just use it through the spin cycle in the washing machine to get the bulk of the water out. Okay, now as I pull these up onto the feet, I've got an actual stopping point because when I skinned these feet, I stopped just short of that point of the heel. So it actually, and I'll show you on this one before I slide it up there. So it actually creates a little pocket. My finger's right in the end of that pocket right there. It creates a little pocket that's going to catch right on the point of the heel of the form there. So I know I know it's going to be in the right location when I get it to there. There, it just popped right into the spot where it belongs, right there. So there's the heel, and there's that little pocket. I didn't go up and over that. And if I'm case skinning, I go beside that little pocket anyway. Instead of going around it, I always go beside it so it leaves that pocket. It's for location. So remember, it's all about hair patterns and stuff. You want to get it, the more hair patterns you have in the right places, the more natural your mount's going to look. So as I'm pulling this on, I'm watching these hair patterns. Like this white fur does not belong on the outside of the leg. It belongs on the inside of the leg. This black line is going to go right down the leading edge of the leg. So as I'm pulling that on, it's like you might as well, as you're pulling it on, get as many things lined up as you can right from the get-go. So here's my hair patterns coming around here. We've got the tail in the right spot. Okay, we got front legs. And if you have a form, you know, on the wire, is not just bend the wire around till you can get it in there. So make sure I got the right leg going here. Yeah, that clay on there just helps those legs be able to pull the skin right over the legs that way. Without the clay on there, it just keeps catching on the skin and can actually poke holes right through it. All these forms, a lot of my forms have some of the, you know, they've got at least 1 or 2 of the legs loose on them. And sometimes if it's in an awkward position, you can actually take those screws back out of the leg there, the body, unscrew them, and put them in a comfortable position for sewing up the lower part of the leg if you have them cut like I do. And then just pull it down and screw the leg back on afterwards. So, which I might do that on a couple of these. We'll see. Just kind of get everything in position here. Same thing, watch those hair patterns as you're coming down the leg with it. And I split mine right out through the center of the pad, because it's on the bottom side of the foot, so it doesn't matter. That's an easy spot to sew up and hide. You usually don't even have to do anything with it afterwards. Locations, little pad, where they go. Keep everything lined up. Elbow. Coming around there, there's the brisket. The chest. See how those hair patterns are? That's right where you want them. Okay. So we've got, I left the head off intentionally. That I will put on afterwards. I can pull that skin up over it right now, over the neck, and then I will put the head on right through the mouth when I'm ready to work on the head later, so I don't have all that kicking around and flopping around and being a problem. Alright, now let's pull this together. You can pin it at this point if you want. I already know it's going to fit because I've already done a test fit on it. See, I've got plenty of skin coming together here. You can see as I pull this up how much skin I've got. That's exactly what you want. You're always going to be a little bit tight up here on the shoulders as a rule. We'll see if it is on this one. I'm pretty sure it is. Sometimes you have to work the shoulders a little bit, depending on the position of the body, and sometimes it can be a little snug there. This one still, it's hard for me to hold it and show you. It comes together no problem. I mean, I still got at least easy half an inch of extra skin even on the tightest point on the shoulder. But there's what you want. That's how you want it. Just like on a dog or a cat, they have all that loose skin on them, you know, when they're alive. So it just makes it so much easier to put the skin in and to move everything around where you want it and need it to end up with a nice mount. So, well, that's kind of it, putting the skin on.